Hey guys, it's Lex1020 here, and I'm going to be doing the first commentary with a non-gamer. Say hi, non-gamer.
Hey.
She is not cool-like and doesn't have a YouTube account, so she's either going to just be referred to as the non-gamer or Carol. I prefer the non-gamer.
Whatever.
But so we're going to do a commentary on Killzone3, which is a first-person shooter. And we're going to talk with the non-gamer and get what non-gamers' opinions on video games are. So, to start off, Carol, we are going to ask you some questions. First off, I'm showing her the Killzone3 case right now. When you see that case, what would you think of? What does it make you think of?
Mountains? I think snow, because there's snow. That's really it.
But I mean, what do you think the game is going to be about, based on that?
I have no idea.
Based on that, you have no idea what the game is going to be about. Okay, well, take some pictures from it. Take some little. What do you think is going to be involved in the game? What do you think there's going to be?
Well, shooting, because he's holding a big weird gun. But...
Okay, so shooting. All right. So then, okay, so yeah, the game is a first-person shooter. It takes place on the planet Helgame, and if you guys are looking at the screen right now, I have no idea what the bot is doing right there. So, the game takes place on the planet Helgame, which is a planet where we exiled a bunch of people to, blah blah blah. It's got poisonous gases and such. That's why they're wearing the mask with the glowing red eyes. So yeah, now that we have the what you think of when you see the case of the game, let's talk about what you think of when you hear the words first-person shooter.
You're shooting things. I don't know. You yourself?
You yourself.
Yeah.
Are shooting things.
Well, I don't know.
Well, come on. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't understand. So, I think guns, because shooter, and that's first person is you, so I guess you're shooting things.
Okay, yeah. Basically, that is correct. A first-person shooter is you're taking it from the eyes of the character. You're taking it from the eyes of the character, and you are shooting, obviously. Now, if you were to attempt to name some first-person shooters, when you hear first-person shooter, what is the first game that comes to your mind?
Call of Duty, but that's because you talk about it all the time.
Call of Duty, and I don't talk about it all the time. Okay, now try and name some other first-person shooters.
I have no idea.
You have no idea. None whatsoever.
No, well, Killzone, because that's what we're doing right
Yes,
now,
obviously
but...
Killzone. What about Halo?
That's a first-person shooter?
Yes, Halo is a first-person shooter, technically. Now, as we are going on, moving on, since you didn't know Halo was a first-person shooter, that opens up another question, which is, what did you think Halo was?
I don't know. You can see the back of their heads, so I don't know.
You don't see the back of Halo's heads.
Well, and who do you?
I don't know what game you're talking about. There's a lot of games like that those would be third-person shooters, which we'll get to later if we ever do another commentary on.
So third person is you're looking the back of your character's head?
We will get to that when we get to third-person shooters in these commentaries. So, when you see Killzone, or you see what's going on the screen right now, what do you see, other than I'm bleeding to death on the floor? Let's wait till I'm not bleeding to death. Okay, what do you see now?
Green.
Green.
Green and yellow.
Green and yellow. What else? What do you see?
It's all falling apart.
It's all falling apart, which would lead you to think, what about this game?
The people aren't working together well?
People aren't working together well?
I don't know. Everything looks radioactive.
What about it's like a war going on?
It's a war. Then who's on your side? Or are you just fighting against everyone?
The people I'm not shooting at are on my side.
I don't know.
So
It looks like you shoot at everyone.
well, you shoot at other people. This is why the video is named "How Many Dudes Can You Fit in a Corner?" for this part right here. There's like 3 or 4 people in that corner.
That's
So
weird.
creepy, I know. But so if you were watching this, alright, which you are, and I showed you this beforehand, and this is why I said we should watch it beforehand, because I'm going to ask you questions about it. What do you notice the difference between the people I'm shooting at and the people who are with me? Can you see a difference in them?
No, other than you're not shooting them.
Well, I mean, can you tell a difference between the two? What they look like, what they look like? Can you see the difference between them?
No.
No. Okay, so you just see what? Grays and blues? Grays and reds?
Everything looks red and green.
Everything looks red and green. Well, I thought you said yellow and
Okay,
green.
well, it was red right there.
So, even the people? Like, do you see the people that we're shooting at?
Wait a sec. You just exploded. But, yeah, not really.
So you can't exactly tell the difference between the good guys and the bad guys?
No.
Or, well, since I'm technically playing as the bad guys, you can't tell the difference between the one side or the other. Okay, so we are playing as the Hellghast, which are the gray people with the glowing red eyes. So the people that I'm not shooting at are generally in gray clothing with red outlines. The people that I'm shooting at are in gray clothing with blue outlines.
Really?
Yes. See, if you watch the video more closely, if you see how that guy has a blue,
I can barely see that.
he has blue lights on him. The Hellghast have red. It's just one way to differentiate between the two different teams. Other than that, there's another way, which is that my teammates have green names above their heads, and the enemies do not.
That would be, I don't know, faster, I guess, but...
Well, you would think that'd be faster, but it's not actually. We as gamers, very easily identify who's on our team and who's not. We actually do it extraordinarily fast.
Yeah.
So again, what do you see going on right now?
You're running through rooms and it's all green and yellow. Like, that's really all I see, I swear.
It's really all you see. So since you're a little bit abnormal, just in general, what do you think a person who is slightly more educated in gaming, a person who's slightly more educated in gaming, what do you think they would see when they're looking at this? Do you think that they would...
Well, I'm guessing that they see a whole new world out in front of them.
Well, slightly more educated. Like, they don't play games, but they know, say, more than you do about games. What do you think they see when they're looking at this? I
think they actually understand what's going on.
You think they understand what's going on, more or less?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say what I think, but then I'm fluent in gaming, I would say. So my opinion is going to be skewed slightly.
No, I think they actually can identify people on your side and not, and like, I guess they would know where they are. I really don't.
What about just, the parent? Like a parent buying a game for a kid. What would you say about this game if you were what would you say about this game if you were a store employee and a parent was asking about this?
Based on what I've learned today?
Based on what you're seeing right now and what you've learned, what would you tell a parent wanting to buy this for their 13-year-old? Other than if I find their 13-year-old online, I'm going to beat them. Okay. What would you say about their...
I don't know, I guess, because we've already learned that it's a first-person shooter, you can say that. You can say it takes place on a green planet. There's like a war going on there. I don't know. I'd go find somebody else to explain it.
You'd find somebody else to explain it? You'd make a terrible employee and I'd hope you'd be fired. But, so, based on what you've watched in this video and what you've learned, what age would you say would be appropriate to be playing a game like this?
15, 16.
15, 16. Well, if you were in Europe, you'd be correct. The game is actually rated M for mature, which means that 18 and over are the only people who are supposed to be playing it, because the game has stuff in it like stabbing people in the eye with a knife, which may or may not be appropriate for children under certain ages. So, we are coming to a close with this video here. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Again, my name is Lex, this is Carol. Say
hey!
We'll be planning on doing more videos like this, so if you enjoyed this, like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope it was informative as to what non-gamers think when they see video games. Alright, enjoy the rest of the video.